I have another beach chair to melt down. So, it's still summertime. Everybody's getting rid of their old beach chairs because obviously the fabric has been torn away. So they're replacing their chairs with a new one. This one actually looks like the metal is in really good condition. Only problem was the torn fabric. The Tommy Bahama. This one seems just as easy as the other ones to disassemble. We have probably a 1/2-inch nut, hex bolt here, some pop rivets. Shouldn't be that bad to take apart. Should take probably 5 minutes or so. Let's start ripping this thing apart. And here's a little nut that I didn't see before, and it's not 1/2 inch. Would you believe it? It's actually a 10 millimeter. You know that 10 millimeter socket that we always lose in our toolbox? Well, that's why they throw that single nut in here, because they know everybody's missing that 10 millimeter socket. But I have here a 10 millimeter wrench that fits perfectly. All right, after removing all the accessories and the rivets from this chair, this is the good aluminum that I have left over. Now, there was a piece of steel connected to this chair, which is pretty large. This one right here. This is actually a pretty hefty piece of steel here. I'll just put this in my steel pile to recycle in the future. Well, guys, let's get melting. So in today's video, I'll be melting down this aluminum using this Vevor propane metal melting furnace. If you are interested in grabbing one for yourself, I do have an affiliate link in the description below. I'm going to be starting off today's melt by using some leftover aluminum from my last melt. It's probably been about 10 minutes. I've been in the garage messing around with some stuff. I don't think that blob of aluminum on the bottom quite melted yet, but we'll see in a second. I'm going to add some more aluminum to the furnace. The first little bit is probably going to take a little bit more time than the ones I add later to melt down, but hey, we got to start somewhere, so I'm going to start adding the aluminum now. So I noticed this aluminum stopped sinking into the furnace. So I had to mess around with it, and I knew that it had a steel insert inside of this aluminum, because I'm pretty sure the last beach chair I did had a piece of steel inside as well. So I figured the best way to get this aluminum melted is just by flipping this piece of steel upside down so the aluminum is in the crucible. But then I noticed the steel inserts stopped sinking, which meant those steel inserts were like 15 inches long. So because of the inserts, this melt is taking way longer than I thought. Could you believe it? These had steel inserts as well. So I'm going to do the same thing I did with the last two and just rotate these upside down and then try to shake off the aluminum that is surrounding those steel inserts. Once the aluminum gets hot enough, the aluminum kind of just falls off. But like I said before, because of these metal inserts, this metal melt is taking way longer than I expected it to. I guess these Tommy Bahama beast chairs are actually pretty well built and pretty durable. These two pieces of aluminum are my last two pieces. I left the plastic caps in the ends of them. I just thought it would be pretty cool to just melt the plastic and let it fall into the crucible. Now that the metal is melted down, I have to preheat my graphite ingot mold and my tools before pouring that molten metal into the mold. As always, we're going to be scooping the slag or the dross from the top of this molten aluminum. But come to find out, there was actually two small steel inserts that were inside of those aluminum pipes. So getting these out of the crucible using a spoon was definitely a challenge. All right, guys, I'm going to let this cool for another 5 to 10 minutes before I remove the aluminum ingot from the mold. But I just want to show you guys, right on the top of this slag is the remaining slag that was inside of the crucible when I was finished pouring. So I was only left with a little bit, basically the same amount I started with left over in the crucible. So I'm just going to leave it there just like I did last time and start my next melt with that little blob of aluminum on the bottom of the crucible. But you guys can see here, these are the 4 pipes that was inside the aluminum. So gosh, I guess if you were scrapping that aluminum beach chair, it would have weighed a lot more than just aluminum because this steel gave it more weight. So you probably would have got more money for it. Oh my gosh, this is all I got out of that chair. I really thought I was going to get more. It doesn't really matter because I'll just add this to my stack of ingots to melt down in the future to make something out of it. Now, of course, we need to see how much aluminum I actually got out of this chair. I have here, it's starting on ounces, so we have a total of 31.75 ounces. 1.98 pounds, 900 grams, and 0.9 kilograms. Now here's the steel inserts that was inside of that aluminum. It actually doesn't even feel that heavy, but I'm curious on how much it weighs. Basically half. Actually, yeah, it's actually a little bit more than half of this aluminum ingot. That's pretty amazing. 19.6 ounces. 31.7 ounces. So yeah, half, guys. That's pretty crazy. These are half or a little bit more than half of the weight of this. So like I said before, I'm gonna just stick these in my steel pile and bring them to the scrap yard for some cash sometime in the future. I hope you liked today's video. And if you did, make sure to smash that like button and leave a comment below. And I have a couple videos that I will be posting here, and here. If you guys want to check those out too, that would be great. I'll see you in the next video.